code winter10, you can get a 10% discount on any of the stuff they have in the store. So be sure to get in on that. Okay, that's not going to stay there. Now, the part that gets me the most excited as the commentator is this phenomenal pair of Xtrfy H1 Pro Gaming headphones. Oh my god, what a set of beautiful headphones these are. That packaging just gives you that feeling, that gorgeous feeling of quality. And that's what you want when you buy yourself something, you know, you invest in some quality products and you feel like you get that quality in turn. So here we go. It is the H1 headphones with the onboard USB sound card as well. And they are incredibly comfortable. I can confirm, put them on and they are just, they fit like a beautiful pair of gloves. So I think I'm going to keep that around my neck for now. It does come with the extended cable as well, just to make sure that you don't get caught up. And then as I said, there are the two different microphones. If I did say, I might not have, but as a commentator, this is wonderful. You get two different microphones that you can choose between. So great headset coming through from Xtrfy, the H1 Pro Gaming headset. I'll put that over there. And then we still have two goodies left in the box. The last but not, or one of the penultimate item, shall I say, is the Xtrfy M4 mouse. It is a wireless gaming mouse. Of course, they got the GG button there because it's a good game. They just beat everybody. Xtrfy in the business, they're the best. Fantastic mouse, weighs 72 grams, ridiculously light. Doesn't even feel like, I mean, this isn't going to do anything for me. 72 grams. It's also got up to 75 hours worth of battery life. So yeah, incredible from Xtrfy, just pushing the envelope when it comes to peripherals, as we always expect out of them. So there we go. Last but not least, to make sure when I'm charging my brand new wireless mouse, I don't get caught up when I'm flicking, fragging, doing all the damage. I now have the wonderful Xtrfy B4 mouse bungee, and with the silicone arm as well to ensure that you've got maximum maneuverability, and still got that non-stick rubber base, non-slip rubber base, shall I say. So there we go, Xtrfy. Thank you so much for all the wonderful gear. You guys can get in on this amazing gear as well. If you head to xtrfy.com, use the code winter10, you'll get that 10% discount. And remember to support the event that they are running, the wonderful partners of the Pinnacle Winter Series. Head over to twitch.tv/CCT_EN and you can get in on all the action. From myself, Hayes, I'll catch you guys next time.
And we're back here with the last best of 3 of the day. Here we are going to be taking a look at Sampi versus eSuba, and you know, so far we have a pretty good matchup, I will say. Not a lot of history so far on the Sampi roster. It seems they have a bit of limited history, although they do have a lot of victories for this team, including a victory so far in this matchup where they're moving into the 1-0 side of things here. Feeling pretty confident to kick things off with a 2-1 victory yesterday. It was a very close affair. Some overtime, some 16-14s. A distance certainly was required, but they were able to pull that one across the line over against Kova, and I guess the same case was for eSuba yesterday when they took on the likes of Into the Breach. And I mean, again, a pretty impressive victory for them, considering, you know, they're bringing in Smooya, a really tough opponent to take on. Into the Breach has had some limited success again, but that has been a very long affair for them. I mean, multiple 16-14 matches over there, and so you can see a lot on the line here. They've been fighting tooth and nail for these victories, these two teams, and so certainly going to want to follow up off of some of that success, trying to move things forward down the line into that 2-0. Again, a lot of really difficult teams in that 1-1 bracket. You really don't want to be facing off against them. ECLOT has shown some real prowess. Astralis talent was a very formidable opponent, and alternate attacks as well, looking pretty good. But we do have those vetoes here for you, I believe, or rather the lineups for you take a look at here. As we'll take a look at Sampi, and I think it's no surprise that we're going to be kind of looking mainly, for the most part on this roster, at one of the heavy hitters in the likes of HONORIS. He is consistently putting up crazy numbers for him so far in some of these matches. He's sitting at a impact rating of 1.38, and I want to include that with a little bit of a caveat, considering that, like I said, there's a bit of limited history for this team on HLT TV. So while he is putting up great numbers so far, a lot of those have been victories. But definitely keep your eye out for him. He is going to be doing so much of the heavy lifting here for the Sampi side of things. And on the eSuba department, I think that this roster has a lot of capable players, but Blogs definitely leads the charge here in terms of the impact that he can have on the server. He's so adaptive, so mobile with the AWP. So when you see him with that being brought out, you definitely get to start to worry for sure for them. So definitely keep an eye out for Blogs on the AWP for eSuba. And I mean, when we talk about the ops and the impact that they're going to have, definitely do need to take into consideration some of the maps that are going to be played in this matchup. I mean, if they do want to have a decent head-to-head, they're definitely going to need to prioritize more impact for Blogs in the maps that he can have more impact, because taking on Surius is definitely going to be a tricky challenge. It's not going to be easy whatsoever. He's consistently put up good numbers with the op so far over on the counterpart of their team. So I mean, when eSuba's taking them on, that head-to-head of the op that we're going to see between these two for Sampi taking on eSuba, that's going to offer up a lot of challenges, something that Blogs has been able to pass before. Like I said, just recently took down Smooya on this roster over on the likes of Into the Breach, so he can definitely take in confident operas. But as for the vetoes and how they've panned out, eSuba picking into Nuke, there's no surprises there. A little bit limited in knowledge for Sampi, like I said, in terms of their vetoes. Not a lot of maps played overall, but they have a lot of success on Vertigo, and that leaving it into a decider is a very good sign. I mean, the fact that they actually got to pick into that, you know, last banding Inferno and opting into a Vertigo decider is a good strong suit for them. I think that they'll be picking off very well. On top of that, you know, if you consider some lockdown CT sides, we do have Ancient and Nuke to kick things off, so we get a bit of variety in that sense. We get a lot of variety in the vetoes, for me at least today. You know, we saw our Mirages, our Overpasses, and now we get to see some Nukes and Ancients, which I always love to see. But yeah, I mean, starting things off on the CT side for Nuke might be a good sign. I think that this is definitely a map that, not played often here from the likes of Sampi. I will say that in the recent stages they haven't been too well versed on this one. They've had great T sides, but they haven't played it at all in this event so far, and you know, you'll have to wait and see how they're able to do. They will be starting things out on that CT side, I have to imagine. So I will say that once we see them kick things off on this map, I think that they'll have to deal with, you know, maybe a potentially tough CT side. eSuba have put up good numbers. They were able to take Into the Breach on. They picked it up against him last time. They put up a great T side half and were able to close things out in that second half over on the CT side. So with all that being said, we will be kicking things off into the map pick here of eSuba. We'll see if they're able to hold steady, try and move things forward. Actually, Pinnacle odds favoring Sampi at the moment. We'll see if that remains true for the series here. Certainly off to a good start, at least kicking things off on that CT side of Nuke. At the moment, Desti looking to peek things forward. Twist just deleting one. And they have that triple ramp stack here, adjusting into a side execute through upper. And they're going to be forced to retake here with a man, well, actually an equalizer that was found. So at least they're in the evens here, but aggression coming through out of heaven. The paint can smoke is good for a one kill in, but they just come collapsing out of heaven. And no success after that first kill. And eSuba able to recover a pistol round that was potentially a bit worrying. If they committed in towards that ramp attack, walked into that stack, if they went any further, it would have been left in no man's land. But instead holding things down. Nice start for them. And this response here from Sampi, I absolutely love it. 4 MP9s invested into this one. We'll see how that works out for them. Great time to pull out a boost as well. Pushing in. Oh, but Levi disrupting the aim of Darber. Able to find success there. Blocks the same dropping system, so this MP9 buy might be met with limited success if the trend continues. Not too much damage done either to eSuba. We'll see if they can claw anything back in this 3v5. They still have a couple MP9s left standing. Ready to collapse in upon Mini here. This Tone able to dodge up in that flash. 1 kill in. Double scout. That is phenomenal. There are a couple more to deal with, though, and the collapse does come through the squeaky side of things. Twist is inside of the vents, though. Ready to collapse. One right near him. Peachin's been spotted. Twist, I don't know if he's actually been spotted yet. He went down the vents, actually. Oh, now he's been caught. Levi able to find him with some help from Peachin. I think they could just dive down B, but now they spotted out Zuri, so I thought they did at least in Heaven. Now they're starting to spam hut. Should have a decent understanding of where he is. But no, I don't think they have spotted him. That Heaven player has turned his sights towards the ladder. They have no idea just yet. 1v3 seems unlikely, and it is. eSuba moving things on up to 2. With a nice closer. Right there. Could put up a really strong T side up against the likes of Into the Breach yesterday. I mean, I talked about, having to deal with blog side of things, dealing with the Op of Smuya as he was standing in for that roster. Not easy at all. But pulling a victory in a series over them, and including, Cypher in the mix, that are 2 incredible players for that roster, does make things pretty impressive here. Although another Force Buy in store. I can't believe this. But Quasitone able to grab himself an A1S, considering he got all those MP9 kills, so maybe they can make something of this round. And they're taking a lot of damage. Darber, I can't believe he's continued to aggress on 24 HP. Yeah, might have overextended just a little bit. And gives up his life right there. Now there's a couple of HP bars on the other end. eSuba can capitalize off of this with a 4v5, but they also have to be weary of some of the angles that they try and clear things out. They're going to dive out and towards the A bomb set, closing distance quickly, but there's a gap in that mini smoke, allowing for a kill, and Quasitone's still standing tall in the back lines here. Complete deterrence. They can't get past this A1S. They can't get past this collapse here, and Blogs left last man standing with bomb down the vents. Zuris does become aware. And wow, I mean, what an incredible answer back from Sampi. I'm so surprised they kept up the pressure. I'm so surprised they kept up the force buying. But eventually just ends up panning out for them. They keep up this success here up against Blog's AWP, and granted a couple deagles around it, so not the full force of all the weaponry. But they got their impact man with the weapon of choice. See what he can do. Boosted up there and trusting a lot in him. Is system looking up right now? What is going on here? Is he spamming something? Oh, I think he's spamming the roof. That's interesting. I don't know if he found any damage here. Certainly reveal his position. Won't matter though. Peachin will drop anyways. Eventual trades come through, but the collapse. Oh, I thought that for sure that trade was going to come forward, and they could have been back to Eagles, but instead they look to recover quick ground here. Quasitone from heaven. Gonna nail him to the wall, and Levi, not a single gun, or rather primary in his hands, is gonna make things quite tricky. 50 seconds left. You might look to just drop a couple guns on his way out. Maybe get a bomb plan in the mix there. But as he's been spotted, it doesn't become any easier. You can see he's trying to find a gun, a weapon on the ground somewhere. Deagle's shots, they just won't land, and Sampi have broken that economy here. Op retrieved as well for Zuri, so becomes a little more scary in the mix. Tech pause gets called out. Might get resolved here quickly. Nonetheless, looking to do some damage here too. this economy, and they certainly have done that. Trying to build up a good CT side, I think, is going to be critical up against this eSuba roster. You want to limit that success on your opponent's map pick, because once you head into that second half, then becomes the hard part, you know, trying to find the closer. This first half, it really should be a little more easy, finding those opening rounds, rather the early rounds, I should say. The opening rounds went in eSuba's way. But the continued force buys, while it could have been a massive risk, when it pans out, it looks really good for Sampi. Tech pause will continue. Hear some typing back and forth. Imagine this will just be a Glock eco whenever things on pause here for eSuba. Not much to invest in it at all. I will take this time to give a quick shout out to Extrafy. I've said this once before, but they provided me a lovely headset, and I love using it. Very comfortable. It's got a nice little... Not only does it have like a professional mic, it also has like a... I don't know what the best way to put it is. Like a casual mic in the mix there as well. So it's super cool. You know, a couple different options, depending on what you're up to. And if you want to get in on that action with a little bit of a discount, make sure you head over to tab.gg/extrafy. You can see it maybe every once in a while in the chat pops up. And you use code winter10. You can save a little bit of money on that order. Make sure you get in on that. Can't recommend it enough. That's a personal statement as well. You can quote me on that. I love it. So you will too. I do see a disconnect. Not a good sign. Imagine we'll be back into the action here pretty quickly here. Definitely going to want Zuri's in the server, though. You don't want him disconnecting. So, definitely an important tech pause to be called out for Sampi. But a good position. I mean, eSuba, they've been playing a couple of these events. They've been very dedicated in the attempts to try and make it through some of these events, and they haven't made it too far just yet. You know, we've had some success here every once in a while. I mean, in the last regional Swiss stage, they went out 0-3, right? A bit of a rough card that has been dealt to them. You know, you take on Tricked, you take on Savage. Later on down the line, it's never easy. But now, I mean, they're looking to improve off the back of that, and it seems like they've done so nicely. They took their first win over a really formidable opponent into the breach. So, I mean, definitely shown some improvement so far. We do have Zuri's reconnecting, though, back into the action here once again. Might have to do a couple match medics to allow him to get everything that he had back here. And I think that is taking place at the moment. So we should be into the action here once again shortly, guys. Everyone get excited here once again. And here we are. The pause expires. We're back into it. Sorry for the delay, but gotta make sure Zuri's in the server, right? Gotta make sure he's ready to go. That's for sure. And all that time to open things up with just a Glock eco here. eSuba, how are they gonna play this one out? I've seen a lot of teams recently try and just wait things out, you know, kind of hang around and spawn. Look for a kill or two. They seem to be picking up the pace pretty quickly. Savannah down early. will drop pretty quickly. And will the MP9 start to farm up some cash money? One more for him. UPS peace out now. Jumping on top of him, and he gets bailed out by his teammate. Quasi-Tone help and offering up support from the above. And system nearly aces, but Quasi-Tone, like I said, was helping out there as well. And there we go. Opening back into the action here once again, and it does go well for Sampi like we expected. Aggression coming through. Blogs. Oh, he's able to best the opera, and actually a double opener, in fact. 2 to kick things off there. Savannah offering up some names into the feed there, and what a strong opening this round is for eSuba, looking to try and recover some of that lost ground that they've given up. Blogs has been bested, though. And I think they're collapsing it up on A. Definitely a strong read here. In fact, they already have it. Now the question becomes, are they very interested in going for this retake? At A bomb site could be such a tricky crossfire to deal with, but there's a player in mini. If he can go down early, nope, never mind, hold that thought. Savannah, best in Quasi-Tone, might just offer up enough deterrence to close this out. There you go. Darber and Twists, I think, yeah, Darber even has that AWP in his hands. So we're tied up 3-3. eSuba bouncing backwards. Got a little bit of resurgence about them. Once those rifles have come back out, I mean, able to swiftly punish some of that aggression that came through from Sampi. And again, like I said, the names on this roster, you know, trying to best Zuris like that, not an easy task. Not a lot of teams have been able to do it. So when he goes on the aggressive movement and gets just deleted like that, has to be a big confidence builder for eSuba. A little variation on those outer yard smokes. There's a molly, maybe trying to disrupt some of that. I don't know exactly if that has done the goal there. They're lining up a pretty fast A hit here. Flashbang doesn't blind up the player on site, but the second one does. Quasi-Tone still standing tall. Levi eventually available for the trade. Peachin somehow still standing tall in the back lines of sight. Desti finds an injury as well. Everything comes collapsing as Darber. There's no escaping this position. And Zuris, oh my god, he almost falls to the flames. But he's going to save. Can almost guarantee it. What a round. What a swift attack right there. eSuba. The trades are incredibly effective that they're offering up. Savannah. Levi finds a trade, and then you see Levi go down. Blogs finds a trade. Everyone was able to have their impact in that round. Phenomenal stuff right there on the execution towards A. Oh, angle's being cleared though. Zuris is able to find that one, denying that exit kill, and will allow for an AWP to be held onto. I think this will, with this saved rifle, will give them enough money to continue to invest here. So no biggie in that department. This is what I'm talking about. I said this earlier, but and it still remains true. You want to limit eSuba's T-side rounds. Their CT sides are going to be pretty locked down, especially if you consider their history here on this map and the fact that they've picked into it. If they walk away with like a comfortable 6 or 7 rounds here on the T side of Nuke, it's going to be a hard attempt at a recovery here, that's for sure. The investments will continue off some of those saved rifles, so no problem. Over on the Sampi camp. I think a vent dive's coming through from Blogs. He'll just jump right down. That's good early positioning. Actually, no. It's not just blocks, it's 3 players. They've all made their way down. They haven't even revealed their position yet. Look how swift this is. Quickly moving. Twist left to deal with. He'll go down early. Blogs able to find him. Opsh not able to have the impact it's needed to. And the bomb being planted 4v4 in the early stages. 3 players heading in through secret because they know Vince is cut off. And Peachin here's all of it. 1 slips by, 2 make it all 3, and they all line up. Peachin, what a play. What a position. And Zuri's again has found himself last man standing with the only option left. Simply to save. Oh my god. Lined him up and knocked them all down. How brilliant. eSuba, what a play as well. Boldness. And the call just to dive down Vince. Not being punished at all. I mean, there was a molly that did a little bit of chip damage, but the speed in which they were able to get down there without any real punishment. Absolutely fantastic. Snook T-side is putting up some decent numbers so far. Might even be delivered a bit more, all things considered. Another force buy in the mix here. They've really been trying to pull these force buys across the line. One time it succeeded. A couple others, not as much success. Suri's holding down the line here. Good idea over Blogs remains. Blogs hasn't even pulled out the op yet. He's been comfortable with the rifles. Been comfortable with the trades that have been available to him. Ready to collapse it upon Mini potentially, but pretty effective positioning. The only thing they're really missing at the moment is that secret control. A bit of pause in the action here. Trying to bait out some shots here. Blogs in the meantime is going to take that time to scale up in towards the back lines here. And I don't know if they're going to be ready for this. If he can sneak on by towards hell, they're going to call it over. Blogs has realized how much space he's created. And the MP9 covering him, but it's just an MP9. And he will be found out so quickly. That's a B-bomb site pretty much compromised. There's one down in this direction. In system, who has to do a whole lot. There's 1 low HP bar. He's able to isolate one of those duels, but he's being closed in upon Levi, covering him. But a jiggle comes through, and what a brilliant one it was. He's good for 2, but eventually bested. Quasitone eventually able to find one out as well. So remaining good standing in series. Strikes for a kill. Desty, the last man standing in a 1v3. Nothing you can do to get out of there. So Sampi, despite the chaos in the early stages, with a phenomenal play from system. You gotta love that jiggle onto the second player that he was able to pull off. Because it was such a great read of the situation. When he's just getting collapsed in upon him and he doesn't know the locations, the best thing you can really do is just start to jiggle, try and vie for some information. The system played that one really well. Down towards secret Blogs is. System left to be dealt with here. He had a great round of the previous. Blogs is looking to find him out. System does have a bit of utility to work off of. Quasitone. Oh, I don't think he's realized one slipped the gap. Oh, he's so blindsided, and he will go down. Desty will drop him. The collapse is already coming through, and it's another great round from Peachin. He's found his success. One up the ladder. His system hasn't been spotted out. Finally does reveal his position off that kill. System will find 1. There's a player in that B bomb site could go up the ladder. Twist is going to make his way up heaven. Molly's going to start to cause some chaos, and no one's watching heaven at the moment. Flashbang is good as well. 1 kill and make it a double. Blogs is left last man standing, but Twist holds the line. With a 3K, the individual heroics that are showing up here for for Sampi, and some of these rounds are massive. You've seen System in the previous. This time Twist to close. I think he's looking for the op potentially. I don't know if there is one in the field. Just grabbing as much as utility as he can gather before defusing that bomb. Really trying to min-max things here. I would say it's necessary on the CT side. You want to afford no mistakes. Especially when you've already given 5 rounds over. eSuba are feeling pretty comfortable in their current state. Now they probably want a little bit more on their way out. They don't want to give up too much momentum over to Sampi. But they're in good standing at the moment. Nice position here from Zuris. Relatively passive on the hold, but still capable of offering some solid defense. But this cross smoke will not allow for that to take place. They need some more cross smokes. I think they're underhanding those. No, eventually they will come through. Alongside the flashbangs, and everyone crosses in towards Secret. eSuba going back to that pack unit approach that has once worked out before. It needs to again. They have a player down in this lower bomb site. Twist able to find one duel, finds a second. Can he find anything else? Eventually he'll be traded. Blogs is good for it. Spotted out one in Zuris towards that ramp side of things. Forced on towards the other approach, and now mollied off in the left angle. There is no getting through to them. Safe passage in for a bomb plant coming through. They have a lurk. Oh my god, Peachin, this is brilliant. Timing does everything. He'll find the first. Will he be able to sneak down this fence? He will. Darber's heard this. I don't know if he'll be expected here in towards Secret. Is that the case? Peachin wisely holding his position here. Perfect timing on his peak. That is incredible. Darber drops and Zuris and Quasitone. They have to figure out a way back into this round. His teammate in the meantime has gone down, and Levi delivers 2 stellar headshots. It's back to winning ways for eSuba, and that trend should continue with the current standing of the economy. Of course, it's going to be a force buy. We're talking about Sampi here. They've loved those all throughout the series. All throughout this map, I should say. We only have played a little bit of this map. But they keep those force buys up. They like to keep that pressure on. And this could be a very big chance to punish for eSuba. If you consider this a round victory here, if they're able to close out in this anti-force buy, that's 7, and it should be the 2 for 1 at that point, considering they'd be forced onto an eco. A lot of implications here, and Sampi risking it all here in the economic sense. To a little bit of a rough start here. Makes matters worse. Blogs just tearing through the defense. Zuris and Twist, I think, might go for a save here. And maybe this rifles will be retrieved, but as that kill comes through, I feel like it gets less and less likely that they'll be able to hold on. And it is all 5 going down there. This is what I was talking about. Now it looks like 8. A winning half on the T side of Nuke here for eSuba, potentially. And some of the great entry work here from Blogs. I mean, this is really impressive control spray there. He takes his time. He resets his aim. But when he starts shooting, places that crosshair right in the right position to find the headshot. Very sick stuff from him. This might be one of the freer rounds that eSuba have experienced all game here. I feel like it's the first time we've seen them on a full eco over in the Sampi camp. Just ready to offer up a defense towards ramp. He does have the right weaponry. Deagle at least can be good for some headshots and a headshot angle of all things. I think the main goal here is to not give up too many 1v1s. You do have a player in control ready to break that glass at the moment. First one's from open. Oh, Peachin spotted him for sure. Quasitone revealing a little bit. Levi good for that kill. And again, there's already a player in the lower bomb site. Peachin continues to have success. 12 and 6 at the moment. You take a look and remember back to that one round where he lined up a 3K in Secret. Pretty sick stuff from him. USP almost finds a kill on his way out, but beaching another nice 3K. Up against the pistols, but sure. He'll take it with how good he's playing right now. Blogs has been doing very effective work with the rifle. Imagine once he gets onto that AWP on the CT side. Nuke definitely can be a map where you can effectively opt from. But I think he got shut down there pretty early on. And he hasn't really picked it up since. Despite having enough money. But I mean, whatever you feel comfortable in. If the T side opting on Nuke isn't your thing, don't do it. You're doing just fine with the victories you currently have. Another vent dive coming through here so quickly. They're also committing in towards the A bomb site. Levi going to take that 1-for-1 trade any day of the week. As like I said, that B bomb site is a bit of an issue. There is one here in the double door. Twist might not realize there's a second player lurking around in the ramp room. Aggression spotted out though. Twist is going to take down Blogs. And Desti now looking to stay alive here for the flank to pull off. That's goal number 1. Savannah needs to offer up some support and does so. The big kill. Again, Desti's goal is to now move off of the back of that frag. Oh, the back turn there. 1 kill on a system. And a collapse upon ramp here. Caught blindsided though. Zuri's going to find 1. Double down. Not quite. Darber left into a very winnable clutch. 10 HP onto Savannah. And the movement back him towards the A bomb site for both players. It seems Darber. A couple different options. Vents broken open. Control glass broken open. 40 seconds left to work with. Savannah slowly but surely going to start to move in towards the A bomb site through Mini. Hoping to blindside him. It's the main goal. But in towards the A bomb site here. Diving down the vents is certain death, it seems. A molly down the vents is a great way to get that plant off, though. Safely so. A smoke for the molly that reveals his position. Oh, and Savannah doesn't fully stick it, but still finds the kill on a Darber. Able to close things out. That is absolutely incredible. On 1 HP, Savannah wins the 1v2. And that's 9 now for eSuba, who are so comfortable in these CT sides. It doesn't get much better than this, and this is a map pick, to be fair, for eSuba. It's not like it's the end of the world whatsoever. But man, that is absolutely incredible right there. That Savannah closes that clutch out. What a big victory. These fast outer yard smokes thrown in once again. We've seen them try and hit A fast off of these smokes. So many smokes, in fact, utilized. Blasts through it. Great pickup from System. And ducks out like a phantom. Almost found some follow-up damage on that squeaky player. Ooh, Dusty taking some good damage there as well. So denied access in towards this A bomb site. They're getting shut down at every seam, it seems. Gonna walk their way out squeaky. Darber's making a lot of noise from this position, and I think that System has been heard. The molly's been ticked. But numbers continue to drop there. Walking to the double ramp setup. Twist is gonna find 1. They're gonna continue to challenge Twist. And he will continue to pass a test. 1 more in the corner. Twist has set this round up for very good success. And Zuri's going to catch him on the off angle. It's 6-9. eSuba. They're going to be incredibly happy with that half at the end of the day. Sampi finding a closing round might be nice. But they have so much cushion on this CT side now to work off of. What is going on here? Savannah up close. If they open up that door, they don't have an HE for it, so they're going to have to open up that door. Things could become interesting. I'll kind of potentially favor Savannah here in this position, although as Savannah gets closer, what's the game plan here for this position? Has that raid boss pistol armor set up. execution lining in this A attack here. The flashbang is so brilliant, and the hard clear coming through from Darber, able to sneak down the vents as well, and a very quick collapse, including a lurk from System. Great setup for this round here. Oh, Dusty. Oh my god, what? Twist? Knifing? Oh man, I missed that. What on earth just happened? How did he... I wonder if he even knew how close he was, or what was the case there. Either way, should be a clean round there, including a knife kill from Sampi, who still have something to say in this T side. That was a clean execute. And a clean adjustment, including a knife kill. That'll deliver an extra % of economy here. Now, Desti in this 1v4 has found the first piece of the puzzle. Needs an ace to close things out. Seems a bit unlikely here. I give him a couple fights here and there, but yeah, he'll fall off, save the kit. We'll see if he's successful in doing that. Sampi starting things off nice. I wonder how that knife kill came in. If he was just trying to run in towards A and just solo free back turned. That is absolutely wild. But the nuke force buys are extremely winnable, so no surprise we're seeing that. We've actually seen Sampi find this sort of success with investments like this, so. They've entrusted Blogs with the scout as he saves into $1,000, probably trying to get investments out when that first gun round of the op will come through. Levi tested here. A lot of rushing T's coming quickly around the corner here. He gets that smoke down. Any spam for the T's? No, just a movement off of it. Will he really go through the smoke? Surely not. Desti's gonna watch it from hell. Holding down this line. The flank does come through from Levi. He finds two. No way. He's collapsing it up on him. They're stuck here as well. There's no escaping this J-Hall. Darber has to fight his way out. But in the meantime, he loses his teammate. And now they could find that success necessary here. Recovery being made. Peachin comes in for the collapse here. Last alive is tagged down Darber. Needs to pull an incredible round on 20 HP. The flank comes through from ramp as well. The scout can't finish the job just yet. Darber, oh, this is a great gap to be found here. In towards the A-bomb site with the mini molly. And into the A-bomb site. He's heard that drop, Peachin. He's going to make his way up the ladder pretty swiftly. It's a fake plant for the first. He won't get able to plant the bomb. Not having any of it is Peachin, and that's the round stolen away from eSuba. Like I said, the capabilities there on Nuke, I feel like are so much... not necessarily easier, but possible. All the close range angles, and especially with the fast-paced play, I mean, there was just a full-on rush. But an eco, a big round to win. A couple of AKs held on to from Peachin and Savannah. And a force buy to answer things back. We've just seen Darber invest as well, and we're already we're already about 4 or 5 seconds into this round here, so you're seeing some hesitant decision making here from Sampi. I mean, they were in T spawn still. I mean, finally starting to make a move on things, but they have lost a critical bit of time if they were looking to maybe make a proactive fast play. Instead, though, it seems like they're trying to go for this outer yard take. They have a locker smoke, and they have one mini smoke. Actually, the locker smoke, I think, has missed. I have no idea what this is. Either way, nice 1D again from Zuris. This might be intentional. I don't know if... workable smoke for sure. Peachin does massive damage here. But continues to pass the test. Darber will drop. Now those smokes have faded away. Definitely interested to see what the game plan was here. Because right now all the numbers just continue to drop here. Vlogs holding down the line. Position revealed. And it's a tricky angle to hit that headshot. Michi, not quite. Dropping down. Shrouding the noise here. Oh! What a beautiful shot on the Blogs, but that's all he'll gather. eSuba punished the force buy. Should be able to move up to 12 here. Glocks are going to come out. You'd have to imagine. do invest a little bit into the pistols. They're going to try and make their way out of the hut. Mustang position, Savannah. You've got to be kidding me. Holding down that spray. That is such a hard angle to find multi-kills from. Usually you can see a 1 and maybe even 2, but 4 kills on the spray control is incredibly difficult. Flawlessly converted from Blogs as he finishes the job. But yeah, very tricky stuff right there from Savannah. Looking straight down, able to maintain that recoil. And put eSuba onto 12. I give them a little bit of economy, a little cushion to work off of here. As Blogs gets onto that AWP for the first time in a long time. Didn't use too much of that in the T side. He was effective with the rifle, but now he has his voice. How much can he do with it on the second half? Aggressive outer yard maneuvers. Missing that HE. But tucked in towards the back of Red Fox here. Flashbangs need to come forward. He's going to continue to peek out. He should have a freebie onto system, and that is certainly the case. He finds one and finds a double. And a great way to kick off that opping for Blogs on that CT side is just to immediately shut down 2 players. Find 2 kills. An adjustment here. Levi will go down quickly. Darber, a nice answer back. A much needed one. Smoked off now. Blogs gets isolated from support of that lower bomb site, so it's going to become compromised here. With Dusty the only one to recover this ground. They've taken control. A plant towards the back of silo, but revealing himself a little bit. Zerries, rather. Going to show his position, but comfortably. Punches in those numbers. Man advantage maintained, but not for long as Dusty gets nailed to the wall. And Zerries is going to turn around. Close that door into their face. A double swing coming through for Darber. Needs some support. Won't come. Door swings open. He is good to hold down the line. Zerries is looking to keep things in good standing, but the op from Blog continues to have impact. Last alive. Spotted out towards the left side of ramp here. Doing damage as twist. HE needs to do massive damage. That's going to land right on top of the bomb and kill 1. Blogs, he's on top of it though, and plenty of time to defuse as eSuba continue their winning ways off of a mega round from Blogs. What? A 4K from him. Kicks things off with the 2 openers. You think that Sampi are going to claw things back. But then the closer, that is delivered. So incredible. What a good position to be in at the moment here for the likes of eSuba, who are just looking to close out their map pick. And this would be a very convincing victory if they can continue to find the success. Now, that bomb plant will continue to allow Sampi further investments. Over the hill just yet whatsoever. There's a little bit to work with here, but Sampi can afford little mistakes at the moment. All 5 players grouped up towards the lobby, ready for this attack. Getting close. And towards Squeaky. I wonder if this is going to be a vent drop here. But time becomes a bit of a factor. Darber takes a heavy bit of damage. And a smoker cycle at such a good time here. They might be forced to push through it. Spam, not on the money. But they're committed in towards A. And there's still so much defense to offer up. Savannah, another big spray control. Another big round. And Peachin from the top ropes is going to finish the job. Questone left last man standing. Just nothing you can do here. Already spotted out. But, oh, nice shot on Dusty. At least go down swinging. Questone going to fall off, though. And towards Secret, bit of a liability, considering there's a flank here. But Scope's been hurt, I believe. Blogs. Feeling it. But I don't think that either one will take the fight. And Savannah. That's 2 times now that there's been a big multi-kill. And just a lockdown on the defense. Savannah lets no one pass in that A bomb site. Whether it be hut, whether it be that squeaky door. I mean, just so clean on the control. Offering up everything for eSuba and giving them a comfortable way to close this one out. A 15-7 scoreline potentially if they cannot convert off of this half buy with Deagles and Tech 9s. Early outer yard smokes early HEs. Pretty standard stuff here for the two teams. But they've heard this vent dive come through from blogs, so they have an idea that one's going to be in Sword Secret early on. Should be very wise to that. Peachin looking for some spam. They might collapse into the mini. Hearing the reload here and blinded up, but the back's returned. Doesn't matter. Destiny converts 2 kills. Eventual trade comes through from Twist, but diving in through mini. Of course, it's Savannah to offer up that solid defense as well. 1 Dig not coming through. Tone able to find 2 answers back to Eagles, but Levi keep things in good stead, and blogs with the one-way smoke will put eSuba on 15. And now the pressure on Sampi's shoulders for 8 rounds in a row on the T side of Nuke. It seems a little far-fetched, as they've only won the pistol and no gun rounds since then. But they have come close. Blogs has a bit in reserve, though. I mean, same for Levi. Money's pretty good here for the CT side, so they'll have to win a couple of gun rounds in a row before they can do any convincing of this comeback. A run boost on top of Big Rush. Oh, okay. Nice attempted. But Blogs not quite able to ride on the shoulders of his teammate. There's a double kill. Start off the round. Blogs had found one. Blogs looking for another. We'll connect the tripwire. 1 more to turn the corner. That's been spotted out. Last man standing in system in a 1v2. Can't get the job done. And eSuba take things 16-7 here as we move on to their map pick after this short break. We'll be heading into Ancient. Make sure you all stay tuned. We're back here with the second map here. It's going to be the pick of Sampi, and we'll see if they can recover some of that ground that they have lost over on Nuke. It's a pretty one-sided affair in that direction, so looking to try and bounce things back for a third map and move things forward into what could be a distance series. Nice mid-control take, but they've adjusted pretty quickly in towards Catwalk here for the side of Sampi, looking to execute in towards that B from two different prongs. Starber going to be that entry man, and Desti forced a little bit further back as the rest of eSuba kind of going to play the retake. Deny entry, but they jump across. It will be Levi kicking things off, and the dualies are close up. Able to line up one kill, and Desti will find two. Big frags from him. And now Desti will triple down, taking care of Twist here. Questone left last man standing, trying to deal up against the dualies. Desti, I should say, will be dinked down here. Oh, I thought he was going to clear that, but no, Blogs is a step quicker. And eSuba, they won a really crucial pistol round on Ancient, on the CT side specifically. Denying that T-side pistol is really impactful. Even denying a bomb plane as well is pretty big. If you consider how CT side this map can be. You know, starting things off on the right foot. But as we've so often seen here from Sampi, and what oftentimes has been a little bit of a rough position for them to play in is another force spy coming through. What was that nade bounce? I don't know what that bounced off of. That's wild. Either way, a lot of utility damage done despite that nade not connecting. They went through the fire, they went through the flames, they went through all of that utility here, and they're getting lined up by Blogs, who spams so much damage through the smoke, collapsing up on Desti. They're looking to continue this aggression here, and now this is going resoundingly one-sided in favor of eSuba, although they have walked out towards A. It won't matter too much there. What a quick headshot, though, from Questone on 5 HP. Still finds one kill in. A nice shot from him, but it's only one. It's forced by punish here, and eSuba likely to get off on that 3-0 start. A little investment coming through in this one once again. Here, P250 armor for Zerls. I mean, they sure do like to spend quite a bit in some of these rounds here. There's a bit of a question for me. So what position they're going to lead themselves off on once these gun rounds come through. We didn't get to see too many gun rounds, all things considered. Sampi were kind of forced on so many force buys and ecos. They never really did get those rifles out all that often. Walk out A. This could be good, because Desti's playing very passive, so if he finds a quick death... Okay, no, there is a secondary player there close by. Desti getting pressured. Blogs is able to find the first, and that support does everything for him. And that defense, Desti getting pressured will simply fall off, and Blogs takes most of the heavy lifting off that. eSuba swiftly to a third round. Nice little animation there. Good stuff from Desti. Locking things down. He was, I think, the only player to go negative in that last Nuke match, which is no big deal. He had a resounding victory. Not really too worried about the kills department if you're winning 16-7, but nonetheless, off to a very good start to turn the right things around here. Oh my god, all the fire, all the flames that they have to walk through. Levi finds an opening. Levi finds two, diving through the ramp molly. I can't believe that. Unbelievable aggression right there on the bonus round of all things. Levi finds 2 kills, picks up an AK, and they have no B control right now. Bomb is locked out of position. Response needs to come through Savannah. That's great damage. Nade. Pressuring, and inside the smoke, read like a book from System. Phenomenal work from him to have an answer. Levi, if you remember, is on pretty low HP with how strong he started this round. As he started to head his way, he does have control of Jaguar. Hoping that the soft angle does him justice, but well, that's going to be a great molly. Forcing him out of position, and it will be perfect twist to drop Levi and throw things back into the equalizer. There's 30 seconds left. This mid-round might actually end up favoring Sampi, all things considered. They are pushing out, and that's another big pickup. System able to find 2. Smoke for CT, and they start to move quickly off the back of that. 20 seconds left. Enough to punch in those numbers. System going to try and get himself in towards Temple. Does so, but now they have to get that bomb planted. They're starting to come in with the AWP here. But 10 seconds left. The op's been heard, but he cannot commit to the angle. Twist will help out, though. That's the turnaround kill right there. Peachin left into the 1v2. And the op's holding his line. There's no getting out of Temple here. Missed top shot, rare. Flashbang to follow suit here. Getting pressure from all angles, so Flashbang to answer back. And now trying to make an escape here. Can he cross the line? We'll find the kill. Onto the opper. He's going to hang around to deny that op saved. I think that bomb explosion should blow it back. He's going to go down with the ship, potentially. Twist has jump spotted him. Knows he's off it. Maybe he didn't. Peachin will grab the op. I think that bomb's going to do him in, though. There's no escaping that. Oh, no. He stays alive. Well, alright. What a bit of damage done from Peachin on his way out. But Sampi still collecting that round in a 5v3. If you consider how that started, I feel like they kind of did give it away just a little bit. I mean, Levi, he dove through fire and so many mollies, so many bits of utility to come out the better end with 2 kills. Not too bad. That Sampi are able to hold on to that round. Execution quickened towards B, but the utility damage is absurd. eSuba raining down hellfire with the HEs. Peachin getting that smoke down. Oh, in the corner, they try and run through the smoke, but they're completely gray screened. Working his way up the ramp here with the MAC-10. Good for the kill. Down to 12 HP as he dives into the fire. We'll see if they can pull back another 5v3. Sampi not too unfamiliar with these positions before this matchup, and have still been able to convert off of it accordingly. Dusty spotted some out in towards cave, but as that smoke gets thrown down, they'll have to wait things out just a little bit. They don't want to get caught in another situation where they're diving through a smoke. Not again, at least. Flashbang going out towards the site here. Recycled smoke. Actually, it's a quick trade, though. Nice pickup there. Peachin able to find the reaction. Spam through the smoke is keeping them away. MAC-10, good for another kill there. No way he can win this on 12 HP. He's done so much for them already, but there's one in the back lanes here. He's covering CT spawn, but not peeking through. Savannah wisely so. Trade should be available there once he peeks in. Cross tone. Oh, not expecting it. Really well played there from Savannah. Incredibly wise not to turn that corner. And eSuba, it's back to winning ways. A bit close on that one, and we know that Sampi are a bit prone to the force buys. This time, though, I don't think they're going to go for it. You can see a couple upgraded pistols here and there, but not the force buys like we've seen all throughout the series. They might have learned their lesson a little bit over on Nuke. I mean, it was quite a bit of those forces. Have you seen? Let's bring set up towards mid. I don't really see this too often set up from A, but I do like it. Aggression up the ramp here. Levi's been spotted out. Revealing his position. Flashbangs are good. He's trying to get out of dodge, but he's blinded up. Oh, and a big pick from Darber. They're closing the distance quickly. And they're collapsing it upon Cave. Peachin will fall as well. No more kills yet delivered. Savannah turns his crosshair right around here. He's going to push through. Certain death lies around that corner. That's for sure. And oh, man, what a giveaway. Twist and Zerls on such low HP. Another series. System. Collects on a block. So, I mean, there's no pulling this one back. Is there Dusty? He could defuse the bomb behind the pillar. He's safe. They're spamming him. Is he going to walk through the smoke? No one's going for it. No one's collapsing in. Questone eventually lands it. I cannot believe he's found it through the wall. And they steal it away. A robbery. As I thought that was going to be taken in the 1v4 from Dusty. But nonetheless, happy with the results of that round is the likes of Sampi. As I mean, I guess we're kind of seeing exactly why they trust themselves so much with the force, but they've worked out quite a bit in big swing rounds. It's been relatively effective. Now it's the chance for a force buy of eSubas. They do have plenty of A1Ss in this one, so it's not too terrible, I think. Might be a slight gap in that one. Certainly shrouded by that smoke, though. Oh, double nade thrown in. Peachin really getting pressured here. I'm gonna go and pick up that smoke. I've seen a couple of teams actually recycle this smoke towards the entrance of cave, like in this position where the molly's thrown in. Uh-oh, that smoke has a big gap in it, though. I think that molly's caught in it. Was Tone. Playing with a bit of fire here, but has a teammate close by. And oh, that teammate sure does deliver. Darber with a big pick. And with that pick comes the less strong setup towards B. It comes collapsing. Destiny tries to recover the lost space, but system is ready for it. Down low. He's still delivering plenty of damage. Blogs is good for one, but only one. And forced to retreat, there's Levi. Stuck in a corner. No escaping. Sampi moving themselves up to 3, and it should be 4. They're getting very comfortable on this T side. In Savannah, holding on to the rifle. No surprise there, but Sampi, if they can get themselves 4 or 5 rounds, maybe 5 more preferably, then they'll have themselves a great opportunity to offer up a CT comeback. I mean, that's kind of the name of the game at the moment for Ancient. There's no arguing about this being the most CT-sided map. So, I mean, with that being said, they should have themselves a good position to definitely do some damage here with what they've given themselves. This should be a tied scoreline up 4-4 with plenty of opportunities to gather more here for Sampi. It's Savannah with the Soul Rifle, Soul AK. Looking to do all the heavy lifting, a run boost. Nicely done. Well assembled. Well put together, and quickly up towards side hall. Up cat. Flashbang is good for an opening pick, but diving on out. Savannah not going to go for any more. Maybe a spam, but has to be careful for the return spam. Of course. Nice gap in that one. The smoke will shroud it. Is he really going to go back through the smoke? Savannah's hit the pause. They've snuck their way in towards Red Room. Over in the middle. Aggression down the ramp. Blogs ready to take care of business. But it only has a 5-7 to work with. And 2 players kind of covering in this aggression. Instead just going to hold the angle. Stand tall. Savannah doing the same. There's a mud to clear this angle out though. And now A becomes clear with that kill. Blogs tries to move off of it. So does Peachin. Both falling. And they'll escape. Knowing that Savannah's probably close by. Knowing that A is full clear. Great in the mid-round there to recover. Sampi holding steady. Seems like they're ready for Savannah as well. Off angle. What an adjustment. Incredibly quick. Incredibly precise as well. Very nice stuff. Numbers get punched in. Levi, and there's an AK to be recovered. Yes, but is it easy? He's going to have to take care of Suris. Maybe a little bit easier than I thought, though. Careful with that angle. We'll find it, but there's one closing in on the other side of things. Twist, back turned, and we'll finish the job. Sampi tying things up 4-4 in the early stages. Last time we've seen Sampi play this map was quite some time ago. We have actually seen it versus eSuba, where they were able to take themselves a victory 16-13. But again, that was a little bit of time ago. And with a little bit of a different roster for both sides of things. But timeout expires here. We'll get back into play here once again. eSuba, they really need to start locking down the CT side. They've struggled here, even with man advantages. Closing out hasn't been the same story as how they've opened up some of these rounds. A fast A play off the back of this timeout might be a good reaction. Destiny doesn't take the shots. And the smoke to try and buy time. Blog's always offering up that support, though, in the back lines. Swinging out. Destiny's good for one. As Savannah helps out with some good damage here. They're stuck in towards A main. But again, with another man advantage, short-lived, though, as Blogs drops. One tucked in towards Temple. Levi going to collect on a twist, knowing that that position is there now. They should be able to have a pre-fire, but oh, the help comes through from Donut. Everyone closing in. Caught jumping. And there's a pretty swift reaction. Questone will fall, and eSuba back to winning ways here for now. And now Sampi calling a timeout. Trying to figure out maybe what exactly the game plan was. I think they were trying to really disrespect and try and maybe demoralize eSuba right there on their CT side. If they were to win that, you could be looking at 6 rounds on the T side of Ancient, and I think that is more than enough to head into your second half. Pause expires. We'll get back into it once again. No op in the hands of Blogs at the moment. Definitely, though, for series. Good bit of utility damage done. Queston dropped low as well. Again, trying to utilize a small gap in the wall there, but at the moment, nothing given over to the Sampi roster. Just a lot of damage taken. Queston takes even more damage. And they're continuing to aggress. The flashbang setup is good. Levi peeks down the ramp but doesn't spot anything. He now might continue to go aggressive off that molly. But no, holds down steady instead. In the meantime, some mid-aggression coming through in the mix there as well. Once tucked in towards that cuppy over towards mid. Once that smoke fades away, it'll put a lot of pressure on this donut player. And now smoke comes through. Savannah spotted it. On top of that, they're pushing through A. So a couple of causes for concern here, but that alleviates some of the stress. Twist finding that kill on the flank. Now Dusty. How long? Oh my god, adjustment on the Queston. So fortunate that that was low in HP. Only good for 1 kill in Savannah. Tested 1, but can't adjust for the second. And can Sampi really pull this round back? The 2 low HP bars are the 2 players that have dropped, so it's worthy trades here for the Sampi roster. Recovering. Peachin will drop quickly after, and Levi, I think he's going to call this a save. Going in, walking in slowly up against the Opto now. Zuris is posted, ready, waiting. They're revealing the position. 1 kill in. Pre-firing the second. Can Zuris hold his nerve? He does. And we're back to a tied scoreline. 5s is now what we head into. So now eSuba feeling a lot of pressure here on their CT side. I know it's still pretty early on here, but they're going to need to put up some incredible results on this T side. They're going to need to dig deep into the strap hook in this second half because Sampi have really offered themselves up a cushion. Talking about this map, I truly think, 4 or 5 rounds is enough. They're very likely to walk away with 6 considering the opening. Mag 7, though, can always do some damage. 1 kill in. A little bit quick on the trigger there for the second, but will go down. At least grabbing that single kill is good for some checks in the pocket. Desi's now going to flank. but not going to find anything. Retrieved. That's the lead taken from Sampi here. That includes a pistol round lead as well. I mean, that makes things a little bit more impressive. But a lot of these rounds have been won either with an eco, which was, I believe, their first round, or the follow-up on gun rounds that has been very strong. We see those Pinnacle odds shifting, as they should, considering that the current scoreline here for Sampi. They should be feeling very confident. But the gun rounds are out here once again. Oh, and peeking down, that's just certain death. Levi drops without a single flashbang coming through either. Blogs is looking to recover, but now mollied off. How long is he going to stick around? The molly doesn't get him yet, but no help provided. Savannah going to clear out some of those mid players here. Peachin, good to hold steady on the site. Back a pillar. Deborah, though. Best. The likes of Desti and Peachin will drop to twist. Op is still in the back lane. Revealing the position, though, and no armor on that either. They know the last two players are here. They try and make the fast reaction towards A, but you might get beat. A little bit quicker here. On the step is Savannah. Or no, that's Blogs rather. Already posted up on Donut. They're not going to expect this at all. Maybe they do. Oh my god, they jump swing in for Temple. That is incredible. So smart from Sampi right there. I cannot think of a better play to make in a 3v2 where you know you just need to find the trade. You know you just need to find that one player. You have low HP. Oh my god. It doesn't get any better than that. I almost was certain they weren't going to expect that fast reaction from Blogs. Absolutely sick. Savannah going to be holding on with just an AWP, which is nice, sure. But losing 7 is rough. Back at it. Op held on to. Mag 7 held on to here, or at least invested into. It's max loss bonus. That's something you really never want to see on the CT side of Ancient. Sampi making a firm case to close things out. They're looking good to do so. A lot of utility being thrown out towards middle at the moment. Savannah going to look to meet it. Peeking out with the Mag 7 there. Absolutely love that. Nothing comes of it. But it's good good deterrence measure. Savannah looking to be the same in Donut. Nice headshot there delivered. System, though, of course, good for the trade there. Blogs finds one as well with the AWP. Could get caught in transition, though. System has made his way in towards the red room and continues his endeavors in through CT spawn. Really check for Levi, though. It's a tough angle. Nice clothesline there. Levi saving the day right there by denying some of that control. That could be game-changing control right there. And now a man advantage. Looking to hold on Levi. As repositioned back in towards B. No smokes. So it has to be fights one. And there's so many different angles to clear. Quiston. Realizing this. Molly gets thrown in, so that'll alleviate one angle. When that gets cleared, 2 more pop up. Quiston down low. One deagle will do him in, but he still finds a headshot. Levi drops, putting all the pressure on Blog's shoulder. No kit. Has to pull the pin on this quickly. Op headshot nailed to the wall. That's a winning half on the T side of Ancient. Phenomenal 4 rounds strung together. Doesn't get much better than this on the T side. I'll be honest with you, Sampi. Showing exactly why this is their map pick. eSuba, they put up a really convincing result over on Nuke. But right now you're seeing nothing but phenomenal play on the T side here. Oh, System even turns around for the secondary kill right there. That he is playing incredible. So many multi-kills from him on the T side. He's been helping out quite a bit as well. That flank, that doesn't come through. HE, that looked like it landed nicely. Levi got to be tested here. Molly comes his way, making a sound cue. He cannot escape. He's stuck between his angle of cave, but he deals with one of them. Levi, he holds steady for a dink onto another. Queston down low. It's a double up on the retake, though. It's something you don't really want to see. This Blogs look to go a little bit more proactive. The B-bomb site, rather A-bomb site I should say, being cleared out fully. And now Twist's going to make the call over to allow for his teammates to join in. Blogs going to clear out that low HP lurk. But again, when you have this position from Twist and Temple, it can't be everything. He might need to go a little bit deeper in CT, though. Look at this. Desty might cut off the bomb here. Does he get himself in towards Temple? I think he should know it's compromised. Nice smoke, though. That's going to be the game changer here. One kill in. Won't really realize one is already in CT. Desty, I don't know. I think he might have spammed the smoke there. I couldn't quite hear it on my end, but he definitely revealed his position. And a great closer right there. Maybe heard the scope as well. Who knows? All I know is that Sampi making themselves a real case to try and take things into Vertigo. It'd be an exciting way to close out the series for sure. Again, when these teams are 1-0 and they're both fighting tooth and nail, eSuba specifically, you know, off of the last Pinnacle Winter Series, failing to really collect a series in the Regional Swiss. Looking to bounce back. Already 1-0 up a map. But now looking to bounce back as Sampi. They sure are doing so as well on their map pick. Making it seem very convincing at the moment. Queston. Oh, gets caught with his nade out there. That's a molly drop. There's no escape from Peach and back in towards the site, so might call in for some recovery here, but no, peeks out. I just realized he didn't quite have bomb. Oh, but the A player drops to the floor. Twist finding that crucial frag is going to certainly set that defense awry. Regression coming through ramp is a bit of a risk considering the positioning. Zuris is waiting for it. Misses the tripwire, falls asleep at the wheel. With that little whiff, things become a bit more interesting here. Twist hanging around. Desty, does he really want to go through the smoke? He's phasing it instead. Oh, Twist catches him though. Up front, personal. I thought that smoke might favor Desty, but got caught off guard, just like Peachin did right there. Sampi, a 10-5 lead. It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, this is an okay CT side scoreline if the scores were reversed, right? You're talking about like a 5 is your benchmark for T side of Ancient as a decent T side. 10 is gonna be very tricky to recover from. I'll just say that. It's workable though. You gotta put up some convincing T side rounds, so I definitely need a pistol to kick things off, at least a bomb plant. And the pistol. At the moment, I could only imagine that Sampi are playing with the full amount of confidence. Execution, lining in towards B. Great molly. Question, gonna have to be smoked off here. Calling in for reinforcements, though. And no kill in found yet. How is Zuri's not traded on site? Levi eventually able to find him. The knives are out. Oh, I feel like there was a massive bit of whiffing there. Blogs just left last man standing with a P250 to his name. Not even the bomb in his hands. And again, I said this pistol run was necessary. We'll see if Blogs can recover it with one crisp headshot. If anyone was to do it right now, it would be him. 1v3 left to cover. He's going to take the long approach. Oh, very long approach, in fact. I thought he was going to head in towards CT spawn. You head this way. You start to walk right now. You have a free flank. He's running, though. And that might be heard here shortly. The water footsteps are quite loud. He starts to hit the shift button. And Blogs, will he check? One kill comes through. Oh my god, a knife potentially. Well, give me that extra cash there, that's for sure. Blogs going to find that on the system. Making it very doable. If he wins this, that'd be absolutely absurd. Blogs making his way up the ramp. Ready for the two players. He looks to isolate these duels. The double string comes through. Wisely so from Sampi. Nice attempt from Blogs nonetheless. As he makes a real convincing story of that one. But the numbers, a little bit too much to deal with for him. What's the game plan here for eSuba, I wonder? Could go for a force buy here with that knife from Blogs, but if they full ecoed, I think that Blogs could even get an op if you wanted to. If not, then he could certainly invest into an AK and quite a bit of utility for this third round buy, so I don't mind this call at all. For the full Glock rush. Or I guess more so, full Glock delay. Darber aware of this boost. I like to see this boost, and I think it's a little bit underutilized. Maybe for the exact reason that we're seeing. Darber. Not going to allow for that to do anything. Bomb's been dropped. That's a bit of a giveaway. Thank you very much. Savannah going for the trade. 50 HP. Will drop. The ramp page on the ramp. Will continue. For Zuris. He's back to his usual performance. This is the scoreline you can more so expect from him. Nuke, it seemed to be a little bit of a rare occurrence that he didn't do as well. Usually in his games he's top of the charts here. The Pinnacle odds saying that, hey, Sampi, they just needed to get to their map pick potentially, especially with that convincing result over in that first half. But like I said, with that knife kill, Blogs is able to afford that third round op. Sampi might be expecting this, though. Might not matter, though. The firepower is so much better on the CT side. Or the T side, I should say. Auto utility. Trying to play behind the molly. Not going to happen. Not in this world. Peach and quick on the trigger. Phenomenal opening frag right there. Try and keep them in the game. eSuba. They're ready to dive through the smoke. Dive past it, at least for now. Darber has lost his closest teammate and friend and system. They've scaled up the ramp here pretty quickly. Darber might not expect this sort of angle from Dusty. Very forward. I think they're just going to take a contact play here. Darber needs to find a whole lot with the MP9 Shadow. Oh, turned away just in time, but not enough. It gets bailed up by Queston, who's able to find that kill. They walk past each other in the red room, though. And oh, Beechin, aware of that fact. Gonna find the kill. They shouldn't know anyone's in red room either. A little totem pole setup. They're gonna really have to rely, for the most part, on the sole A player here. But with 30 seconds left, yeah, you're gonna see that bomb and the Blogs start to join up in this A side of things. And Twist, he's going to have to do everything. He's getting flanked as well, won't realize it. I don't think he realizes. No, he doesn't. But he should know that that's an open gap now, right? Footsteps being made from Levi. He's going to hear this, and he might be able to isolate some fights. If he can find at least one isolated duel, he will find it, causing this chaos in the site. Blogs will hold steady, though. And the two players remaining on the CT side, far too removed from the situation. Two AKs try and recover this round. Two kits as well, so they're in good standing. Jumping past this angle, but no op to deal with just yet. The outpost in the back of Temple. Retake smoke thrown in towards Donut, I have to believe. That's a perfect smoke as well. Forced it through the smoke is going to be the likes of Levi. And joining up close is Blogs. Jumping past it. Clean shot delivered from Blogs. And Levi will find the finishing blow. Both sides reacting nicely in their situations. I mean, obviously you have to dive through that smoke. You don't really want to try and spam things down to save the round. And helping out Blogs with a nice reaction shot. Nice flick shot on the jumping up player. This time he's not going to be caught off guard. He knew it was coming. He learned. He adapted. Timeout going to expire here, so we'll be back into it once again. Sampi have made this decision to go for the force buy. Are you surprised? I don't know. I said that like it was a surprising factor. They've been doing this all game with pretty mixed bag of results on Nuke, but when it comes to Ancient, and in the effectiveness of what it delivered on their T side, it really snowballed a couple of rounds here very effectively. And this force buy is a lot better than the average one. So much being brought into this. A lot of A1Ss. 2 of them, actually. Not a lot. But still a very serviceable buy at the moment. Savannah looks to be playing that slight gap in the wall. We're going to avoid out on that HEs, and once he realizes that smoke is soon to fade, it will fall off simply. Boost up is in the cards here for Zers. Smoke goes deep. One scaled up close to the ramp, Dusty. He's been in this position before. Might not be expected. He's got some strong weaponry here to try and do some damage onto the lacking head Kevlar player. There's only one, though. In the form of Queston. They might meet the helm of this AK here. Taking a couple of pop shots as Savannah, revealing his position. But again, this red room. Quite a gap to be slipped here at the moment from Levi here. Has made effective positions, but a clothesline delivered from Zuris. Can he find anything else? He does. Make good use of that hero rifle there. Destiny, in the meantime, though, is going to capitalize off of that lacking head Kevlar player with a headshot from the MAC-10 delivered, and Blogs continuing to have his impact. Levi steps in for the feed as well. And the last 2 players are here, but they can't do anything in this defense. Last man standing is Zuris, who needs to find an ace in the 1v3 and a couple low HP bars to deal with here. Oh my god, what a perfect collapse there from eSuba. You see those kills fill the feed, and you think it's going in the way heavily, in fact. But no, swinging back there. And eSuba trying to make a case for this 2-0. A T-side comeback would be pretty absurd. I mean, it's just something you don't see all that often. You do see it occasionally, but certainly few and far between. Here's another round going in the way of eSuba. That makes 2 in a row. That forces them onto an ego, with Zuri's the only one left with any sort of economic reserves here in this round in terms of the rifles that he can bring out. Pretty solid stuff. And mid collapse coming forward. A1S, I believe, is pushed up. Oh, nice spot on the boost there. Dusty, brilliant. Pretty passive over towards Donut is that A1S, so I don't think I'll have too much impact, at least in the early stages. Levi double flashed in through the smoke. Looking to take some space. Molly will finish off Darber. There's one more in Donut that they have to deal with here. If Levi goes down, that could be a bit problematic, that's for sure. Oh, but here's the flash hit system. And a big pickup. They're going to collapse in upon A, I believe, with the A1S player still in Donut. I guess it all comes down to what Zuris can do and how much they want to commit. They have no A main control. And Twist could get a kill with the Zeus. I don't know if anyone's going to head his way, unfortunately for him. Fortunately for the viewers. Oh, and the ops spotted out that A1S. Zuris, there's no escape from this position now. Revealing himself. Stuck in between 2 heavy hitters. Numbers get punched in here. The retake coming through. They're going to just chase him down. Levi going to be the first man to put up to the task. A nice geo peek, but won't matter up against Zuris. A1S. It's a fight for his life for now. He will drop, though. Twist. Please get this Zeus. Come on now, Dusty. You know you want to go in towards A main. There you go. Oh! Oh, no, no. No, no, no. Oh, what a disaster on both fronts, although I think Twist is going to walk away a lot happier. Yeah, there's the reload you were needing. Absolute robbery right there, the HE. Oh, okay, not quite on the mark there. It was so very close. I cannot believe my eyes, though. I guess holding on to that A1S is a pretty big victory. Moving that distance up to 8 to 12. More investments coming out, though. They'll continue to attempt a closer on the CT side, although the success that we've seen from Sampi as of recent, or rather eSuba, I should say, is fairly strong. Going through the flames, no smoked off for now. Totally blind is Queston, who forces off the line. They're pushing in through the spawn. They're not worried of anything. And they shouldn't be. They have full sight control here. Bloggs is going to go down, though, in the meantime. I think through the flank, through the smoke as well. It's going to make this retake a little more easy. While you're looking to buy time here. And time they do need. That's a lot of spam. Savannah's pulled a kill out of nowhere. They're going to double swing in, but they line up instead. Queston finds the perfect timing on those double kills. And there is a late play through the CT spawn. A quick reaction. Queston finds himself a 3K and has spotted out the last player, doing so much for his team. No kits. No kits. Oh, the kit does come through. There should be time. I think Twist has it. Definitely. All is well. And Sampi will close. Your heart started to stop there for just 1 second. They keep beating there over on the eSuba camp. Haven't given over the map point just yet, but man, Sampi, that one came close. If it wasn't for Queston's heroics, then that would have been a done and dusted round for sure. Early molly thrown out. Can Sampi find their way to closing things out with that bomb plant? More investments come through, but eSuba, their money is on the brink of collapse here. And Zurius has his trusty AWP to start things off nicely. Queston has taken a fair bit of damage. A walkout A. Oh, what a swift headshot from Twist. Making full use of that. More expensive weaponry, but well worth the investment. Zuri's lightning on the trigger. Will find himself another kill. 5v2. Savannah has a full set of nades. Might look to call things back. They're heading in through cave, but in the meantime, they've been smoked off. Desi tries to take that chance to open things up. Savannah watching this flank, and there will be a flanker. Some sound cues, struggling to control that spray. So Savannah drops. Desti's revealed his position. Probably looking to hold on. Nice pickup on the first kill there. Can he find anything else? No. Zuri's just going to close things out. That's 14. It should be map point as well, considering the full eco that's going to come. Either a full eco or a full force buy. Either way, it still kind of lends itself to Sampi. And yeah, full eco it is. Only one deagle in the mix, one flashbang, and a default for eSuba. Look for the melee question. Going to push accordingly off of it. Looking for a kill above that smoke. Doesn't realize. Oh, wow. Didn't expect that sort of play there from Savannah. Question will drop. Things get a little more interesting. The rifle hasn't been retrieved, but it is retrievable. Especially with Zuri's falling off. Maybe not, though. System is going to step up in his place, and they still haven't found it. They're trying their hardest. And a boost above the half wall here. We've seen this a couple times here. Seeing that low HP bar in Savannah as that first attempt. Figuring out there's an op there. AK has been held onto, but Twist is going to deny. A kill over towards Red Room. Knowing that that's the A anchor, though, they're going to start to skill in. Oh my god, what a fast peek coming through from Peachin. Taking a couple pop shots, but the collapse from Twist is going to come through. A bomb plate would be nice. One kill in. Levi able to comfortably punch in those numbers. Clock Burst does incredible damage, but cannot finish the job. And Twist will find the last two on 1 HP with 2 USB kills. Bomb plant's nice. Would have had an investment in this round nonetheless. Now, see if they can hold steady here for a couple more rounds on their way out here, eSuba. They have the rifles to do so. They've shown some pretty convincing T-side rounds before, but this round they've started things off a little bit poorly, considering they've taken some heavy damage to the HEs. A little bit worrisome. System. Directing this corner. It's lining up the flashbang. Will come through, but System dodges it perfectly. So well done. Only good for 1 kill, but lots of damage on the Levi nonetheless. Smoke lined up. Again, a weird bounce, but I don't know if that was intentional or what, but it works out for Levi to take more space. Maybe trying to collapse it up on B. Things have become interesting here, but Zuri's trying to keep things in good stead. Twistin has the back lines. Same case for Twistin. Yeah, this will be the closer. Blogs left last man standing as Sampi look to take their map pick right back and equalize the series 1-1. Blogs is moving up the ramp, though. What can he find here? Isolate a couple 1v1s. Only 2 players to deal with on site. Then you can get yourself into a post plant, but they're in a crossfire. That's a real key. And the ops, they don't do too well at dealing with the crossfires. Pushing up slowly but surely here, Blogs. Round is on a timer. 25 on the clock. And no one's showing face. Darbo will finish the job right there. A 16-8 victory on the map pick of Sampi as they close things out. We will be heading into the decider on Vertigo. Make sure you stay tuned after this break. We're back here, kicking things off with a knife round on our decider of Vertigo here. It was pretty one-sided on both teams' map picks. Both teams looking confident in that direction. Now we get to finish things off on Vertigo, and I kind of mentioned this in the pregame here, but this being left to a decider is an interesting way to close out the series, considering these two teams and their history on this map. It's pretty good looking. I will say in the Sampi department, so far they are 100% in the win rate as the knife round plays on out. And that's 3 maps total. They won it yesterday versus Kova, 19-16. Pretty solid result right there. I mean, very close, but still closing that one out. Kind of allowing them to head into this position. And on the eSuba camp, definitely not the most played and definitely not the most won either. A little bit limited success, with their only victory being over Masonic. So, with all that being said, I think Sampi might still be in a good position to try and close things out overall. They've looked very good on Ancient. Has to be a big confidence builder. But we've already seen what eSuba can do. Uh-oh. Savannah fell. But yeah, I'm wondering if that is going to be like the best possible decider that we could see. I feel like eSuba might be a little bit worried, considering their good result on Nuke as well. I know this team can take Sampi on. Ancient, they weren't looking as comfortable, so that might play a factor as well. You know, off of a rough defeat. But into the action we go here. Will be eSuba kicking things off on the CT side. Sampi rocking on the T side to start things off. At least that's a good sign for them to gather. Seen a lot of pistol rounds today on Vertigo. We've seen a lot of A executes as well. That's been the real theme so far. See if that trend continues. I think for the most part we've seen a lot of retake A setups for the T side. Right now though, you're seeing a lot of presence towards B early on, with a mid lurk, one covering that A flank. And well, if they walk into this B bomb site, they have a heavy crossfire to deal with. Plenty of opposition to find. One towards the back of that white box rather. One towards quad pillar. Although I think posted up with a headshot angle. I imagine taking that first point of contact, it's going to be Desty. And then he has flashbangs to help out. One smoke going in to extinguish the flames. And now Savannah looking to strike. No kills in just yet. Nothing to fill the feed, but finally Savannah does strike. Good for one, but then done. Looking to find the clothesline. Desty down low with no armor. But that allows for the rest of the team to strike. Levi and Peach, and then Levi again. Filling the feed. The Swiss with no armor goes down quickly. And eSuba, well, maybe there's a reason we see a lot of A hits, right? Because that was too strong a setup to deal with. And eSuba, they break the trend, but they start things off well for the CT side. Opening things up with a pistol. A force buy, of course, here for Sampi. No surprises. We've seen it all day. I think they're going for a B rush here. Smoke coming through. Tech 9s are out. A little bit later, but system to finish the job here. Levi's already posted up. I think he's revealed himself. So many flashes. And yeah, the collapse coming through. He takes a hefty bit of damage, but he's good for one. And some good damage onto Darber. Darber's getting punched in, but yet to commit. Low 1 HP on the planter. That's the liability, but there's no HGs to finish the job. Twist is posted up close by. Turns his attention elsewhere here. Has his teammate covering the backlines. Recycled smoke, but Blog's on top. He's going to find a kill. He's going to start collapsing upon that smoke. It's going to buy quite a bit of time here. They might have to push through it. Twist has pushed past it. And there comes 2 quick kills. The force spike could be another success, and it surely is. All day have this been working for them. These force buys have been so incredibly impactful for Sampi. And taming some of that momentum, it never seemed like, at least in the last 2 maps, even a little bit on Nuke. When they won that CT Eco, that CT Force Buy, I should say, more accurately. It never seemed like they were giving up too much momentum. It was always that pressure placed atop the likes of eSuba that really was to be reacted to. Until you start winning some of those rounds, it's going to be very tricky to maneuver any sort of momentum, trying to close things out of all things as well in this decider. See if they can hold steady though. for the deagle shot here. But again, a lot of usage in that B-bomb site coming through from Sampi. They prioritize that side of the map quite a bit here. And I think eSuba might be reading onto that. A lot of presence being made, a lot of noise. And another headshot from Savannah. Doubling down, 2 kills to deter. And that scout from Blogs is doing damage. They have that bomb in their palm of their hands. Waiting for that third player to join up. No more utility really left. A molly to throw into the back lanes here. Flashbang to follow suit. They're ready to collapse in. Another molly thrown in. That's chased down with the MP9. Labored. But it's good for the kill. 3v3 now. As they put things in a little better standing. Slightly so. The collapse is quick. And his teammates have abandoned him on site. So system will go down. It's up to Zerls. Hold down the line. Does so for 1. Low HP bar. Noah finds a second headshot on the block. Still leading him. Peach in left. Last man standing. And Twist will find it. So they recover. Despite how close game. Are able to hold steady. It's kind of a full USP round. So finally the Forced by Wars have come to a close as these two teams have conceded. What though? Savannah lining that one up. Goes for the AK. I've got a little over eager, but no blame there with the damage that was done. 1-for-1 trade here. I think that AK is irrecoverable, even more so now that it's going to be removed from Queston. Or rather, guarded, I should say, is the best way to put it. Looks like these players are off the map. They're just playing on the stairs, though. Queston, good for the kill. One more around the corner. Won't expect it, will he? Right beneath them. USP, good for some damage. Does he go for anything else? Hasn't spotted out Queston just yet. Oh, turn your back right to him. Delivering the knife kill. Thank you very much. Another knife one. We had that in the last time. But Twist is able to find himself an MP9 kill. And despite that nice little play, Peach and Levi saving onto an AK. That's a great way to kick off some CT side gun rounds. A couple AKs. You might be able to... Yeah, you will be able to doss over Blogs and AWP, in fact. So, phenomenal. Levi finding that knife kill is a little more impactful than you might think. Very good stuff. Absolutely love to see it. But nonetheless, Sampi starting things off pretty hot on their T side. Should have a bit of momentum heading their way as well, considering their success to close things out over on. Ancient. System playing on the edge there. Oh, there's a little bit of hunting going on. Suris. Going pretty quickly, but nonetheless, we'll hold steady. And 1-3 now in favor of Sampi. But here's that op, I believe. Yes, tossed over from Levi. See what Blogs does with his op. If he wants to go for some aggressive movements. Imagine he'll be following through the A-bomb site defense. But, oh, they're just trying to pick up the pace here. No, maybe to limited success. Desti hanging on. A Dean comes through. I'm not sure where exactly that was followed up from. Nonetheless, they offer up a brilliant defense. Desti helming it with 2. And when they try and pick up that pace quickly towards the ramp, they get punished. No mollies to force off Savannah either, so in this back of quad pillar position, should be good for at least 1 kill if they want to walk in towards B after the struggling that they've taken towards A. That's what they're going to do here. Levi's joined up in this defense as well, so at the moment, pretty much everything being done from eSuba that needs to be done with that man advantage that they have. Or, well, multiple man advantage, I should say. Levi's, I think he's been spotted here. Twist jumping up, though, making that swift move. Savannah looking to be dealt with. Hasn't peeked, hasn't revealed his position. What he does, deleted. Twist finds him, not without heavy damage. And now Molly forced out of position. Molly will finish the job, but Queston delivers a quick kill as well. They're nearly at evens. Desty close by here. So had 3 kills in the round. Needs a couple more. Will find a 4K. One more for the ace. Might be on for it here, but still has to find one. And eventually he will be bested. The 1v1 that goes in the way of Zuris, who needs 2 to close. And Op posted up on his location. The sandbag's position can be very strong, though, in the post plant. Not baited out by the tap just yet. Hasn't committed to the spray. And he won't. He hears it tapped once again. Now he should start to be antsy. Behind that default box, he's going to miss his opportunity. And miss the spray in between the smoke there. Blogs to collect. It was close. Zuris held his nerve there for a second, but a little too patient. And the clutch gets the better of him. Arm smoke thrown out from Blogs. Seems like they're very aware of the possibility of this early B aggression. And it has been so common. A little boost action coming through here. They've tried this once before with limited success here, and now revealing that boost. I don't think it was spotted out last time, but they reboost here. Regress. Twist has been sent up. I don't know if this is expected. Diving above the flames. Rather, above the flash, I should say more accurately. Savannah setting that one up for success and actually drops that boosted player down. This B hold is very strong. You can see how hungry Sampi are to get into that B bomb site, but just always met with so much aggression. That Molly isn't going to force Savannah off either, I don't think. Yeah, they're deterred. They're going to hit the A-bomb site instead in this 3v4. No one in towards sandbags. There's not much to deal with. They know, they've been conditioned, eSuba, to stack heavier presence towards B. Ready to attack. There's only one player to deal with. No one else really here. Beachin's now been mullied off. There's a smoke for that flame. Now what can he do? Getting tested. Headshot angle's very strong for him, though, and the bomb plant just cannot come through. Testy continues to have insane impact. As he finds himself a 3K. I mean, that is, what, 4 in the last to 3K in this round? He single-handedly shut down a couple of these gun rounds here for the likes of eSuba. So great work from him. Not usually the one to step up to the plate there, but I'm sure it's welcomed on eSuba's roster, as they're trying to get them their way in towards a much more improved form. Again, this roster, last time they stepped up to the plate for a Pinnacle Winter Series, they were out 0-3 in the regional Swiss, and they're already off to a better start here. Not only that, but they've taken this map even close. So starting things off 0-2, what a massive improvement it would be for them if they could move forward 2-0. Polar opposite to what they did in their previous showing. Still got a road to get there, though. Incredibly challenging Sampi roster, who always likes to keep that pressure up. A timeout called, a lot of glass being broken. Might signify a little bit more of an A-side attack. Desty, well, he's feeling nothing but confidence at the moment. Peeking down the ramp without a single smoke. Molly will force him out of position. That'll make things a bit trickier. Queston, oh, down so very low. Now, collapse. Desty able to collect another multi-kill from him. So much damage already done. Now has support from the side hall. Peachin will close things out. A full house between the two A defenders. As they combinate for all 5 kills. But here's where the real gun rounds come back out here for Sampi. No op just yet for Zuri's. Might be a bit of cause for concern. I'd like to see him get on that soon. Vlogs has his op afforded to him. He's been able to have pretty big impact with it as well. Definitely something you should prioritize considering some of the ramp fights that you can gather. You can see how Blogs is trying to work around that smoke. Another smoke goes through Queston, collecting himself a kill towards B. Right, surely will set that defense a bit awry. You can see them start to adjust off that pick, falling elsewhere around the map here. Queston looking for another opening. Has to be aware of Savannah's positioning. Savannah in a bit of off angle here towards triple. But Queston really going to start to scale up. Apply some pressure, and that is a wonderful adjustment. 2 kills on this B entry, leaving it completely lacking. Dusty fall off of the angle here. 1 HP, but still staying alive. Queston is providing so much pressure, and he's all alone. He's just one man. Hasn't sold this completely. Sampi are going to walk into 2 players still. Both posted up and towards side hall, so a tricky site defense to deal with. And Blogs will show exactly why. 1 kill in, and Peachin still left to deal with. They don't expect him here, and he holds the line for 2. His teammate in the meantime has gone down, but he's able to adjust accordingly. And now, somehow, this is swung in the favor of the CTs. Dusty holding down the line. No time, but Dusty finds the kill anyways. And eSuba, they steal around from under the hat of Sampi. Five to 3 now. And Sampi calling a timeout after that one. It has to be a little bit rough that they've dropped it in that fashion. I mean, you've really allowed Queston to do so much for you in terms of the opening. Finding 2 picks on that B bomb site, and you have to be kicking yourself for not just committing, not just falling back and trusting in some of that execution. You just fall back and you run into that B bomb site with what Queston has done in terms of the opening kills. You're in such strong standing, but I think they kind of played themselves by falling back towards A. And a B rush. Well, this has worked out for Sampi once before with the Tech 9 aggression here. Blogs and Levi ready to offer up a defense, and not much damage done after that opening kill into Savannah. Now holding with the USP. They will recover that lost space. eSuba continue their success on the CT side. Nicely done. That's now 5 in a row. Do have that X factor as well, Dusty. As that kind of consistent lowest performing member, long-standing member. The new addition, I should say. He's stepping up to the plate. He's having his individual impact when it's kind of rare to see him. He's played 26 maps so far with this roster over on eSuba. He's had a 0.79 rating. So the fact that he is he's doing this sort of damage, something that isn't all that, you know, often we see from him. Yet when it does show up, it has to be such a big factor for eSuba. It has to be everything. You can only imagine what he's bringing to the table right now for them is so impactful, especially being that ramp player. Jump spot. I might have just cursed him here. If he jump spots one more time, Reese might be ready for this. Smoke recycled down the ramp, though. Levi going 1 for 1. Again, being an effective B opener. 30 seconds left. Dusty has conceded a bit of control towards ramp. I think he's getting a flashbang set up. Peachin, what is he going to pull the pin on this? He needs too soon. Angle held. Oh, deleted. Darber, what a phenomenal opener that was here. Nade's going to touch down for a bit of damage, but still left a bit lacking in this defense. One on the default side. Blogs is going to knock one down as well. A molly? No, not for the CT side. They don't have any mollies left. They've expended it all. Waiting out the final remaining bits of that molly. They'll be good to plant, but in the side hole, Blogs will miss his opportunity, and System recovers that ground. I can't believe it. Levi on the top ropes is going to find a kill. System now needs to find a 3K. Levi left all to deal with. Will they turn around? Will they expect a side hole reposition? System gets the better of them, and Sampi, they bounce back. What a recovery. What a chaotic situation that ends up favoring him, and you have System to thank for that. He pulled up huge right there. 3K in the round, closing it down, and saving Sampi a lot of strife there. If the bomb planter was to fall, that would have been round over. Oh my god, look at that damage. Darber and System down so low. And that game plan that they had at the start, the one that they looked very confident in, it seems a little less so now that they've taken all that bits of lethal damage. Levi, though, nonetheless, will go down to Twist, who is one of the higher HP bars remaining. The opening pick swinging in the way of Sampi. That's box ticked number 1. They know that he was kind of a B-leaning player as well, so with that early frag, it might have enticed them to head in towards this B-bomb site. They're going to boost above the smoke. Question sent above it. Been such an effective B opener. But now they're just kind of stuck in a totem pole position. Savannah, you calling for a flash, he won't. Oh, they can't control the spraying time. Taking more damage, though, on Savannah's side of things. And eventually, despite being blinded up, will still find the kill. Now, there's 3 players below 50 HP. I guess Twist nearly joining in that. But still, a 5v3 maintained here. 1 HE, 1 molly to try and delay the bomb plant. Dusty has that molly as well. Might just look to take the fight as the smoke has been missed on the right side. He'll be able to jump through it and give him apply pressure, but I think he's getting pushed from behind. SD looking to plant the bomb. He goes above the smoke. He finds 3 kills. He continues to have impact. He's trying to get his reload off. He switches to his sidearm now. He's going to go through it. Might catch Queston off guard. He's the last man standing. And Dusty finishes things off with a 4K. How did he pull that off? eSuba stealing rounds again from Sampi. And Dusty, 16-5, can do no wrong on the decider. Trying to pull it off the finish line. That's Sampi's 3rd time out. And Dusty is going absolutely massive. No one can find an answer to him. Left into the late round situations, he continued to deliver. Hasn't been a moment that that guy hasn't stepped up to the plate in a big way. Take a look. I'm so glad we have this replay here. Finds that first kill unexpected. Slight mistakes just so well capitalized off from Dusty. I think they missed that right side smoke. You could see it nice and forward. And with that missed smoke, allows for Dusty to make the perfect play to end that round that was looking pretty solid for Sampi, a 5v3. But a knife damage early on, no big deal. But putting Peachin on notice here up against the force spy coming through from Sampi, who have made effective work of this before. Throughout the series as well, they've done good work on these sort of buys. Levi rather committed to this mid-hold. No flash being thrown just yet, and there won't be one, I don't think. But he falls off. Makes that executive decision to alleviate some of the mid defense. Blogs is tested, but he'll adjust as well. A very passive defense, and this could cause eSuba a little bit of strife if they're not careful. Again, with this heavier commitment towards B, though, at least they do have that going for them. A jump spot as well. So Dusty gathering all this information, spotting out no one towards ramp can alleviate some of that stress. Blogs has the boost again, denying entry of that mid And they know that 2 players are here. They know that they're lining up a B execute, so they're so well firmed in this defense. What do? They start to scale up. They start to close the distance. But Bloggs is everywhere. He's in your face. 2 kills for him. Dodging out that flashbang. There's a lot left in the flash department. And it's good. The flashes continue to rain down terror. But the collapse from Levi and the rest of the team is too much to deal with. There's just so many players on that B bomb site they didn't realize. They figured out a little bit too late that all that information that eSuba had, without any sort of ramp presence there, and with the jump spotting of Dusty, even in rounds where he doesn't show his face in the kill department, he still has his impact with the information that he's gathering, and eSuba confirming a winning half. And should be converting a little bit more off this max loss bonus though, so it's actually not the end of the world. I think that if this game gets close, with how many timeouts Sampi have already used, you know how hungry they are to try and convert what is a clean half. They might not be afforded that luxury. I've gone for a force buy once again here, trying to apply pressure continuously, but that last run was flawless, so there's a cushion here for eSuba to work off of. They haven't gone over that hill just yet. They do have some mollies to throw towards sandbags if they so choose. Dusty has a smoke to extinguish. But they might just take the fight here. No one is covering the sandbags position. And no one's mollied it either. I don't know if they will. Okay, finally you see Darber do that. Darber able to find the entry off the back of that molly, collapsing quickly. We'll find another. And there's the ace at execute they were hoping for. A slow scale up into an explosive execute here. Levi going to dive through the smoke. Blinded up off the flashbang. Good for 1. He turns around, but not enough damage to do. On to Queston, who gets safely tucked in towards side hall. Zuri's as well. Scoped in towards Emo. I'd have to imagine ready for that headshot position. Another smoke thrown in towards side hall. But Savannah has a smoke of his own. That'll help out a lot in defusing this bomb, or at least trying to force the tease out. Smoke goes atop, and the peek comes through. Oh, it's a shot hit, but not confirmed. Savannah playing above it. Needs to find this low HP bar. The swing comes through side hall. Perfectly timed from Queston. And Sampi, they get a little bit of momentum back their way off that force buy, off the impact of the explosive A execute. They hold their ground. Vertigo, I feel like, is a more even map. With the A1S update, I think it has become quite a bit more CT-sided overall, given the importance of that A ramp and the control that can be gathered from it. So if you can see Sampi start to close the distance here, maybe finish things up in a 9-6, maybe even a 8-7 potentially, then they can be a good standing. But Dusty continues to deliver damage to the doorstep of Sampi. Darber playing close by. I don't know if he's seen him though. The nade smoke does a lot to allow for that distance to be closed. And Darber has gotten up close towards the ramp. They've taken this early space. But above the smoke, Peachin gets caught looking for another. In towards heaven. The rotates have been cut off here. Flash being looked at. So he's going to try and hold one angle. There's a flank as well. I've just realized that's going to be bomb dropped. Say goodbye to that, and maybe even goodbye to your chances here, as that is huge. But oh my god, Twist delivers an amazing headshot. A chance to go back towards B, but Savannah hearing all these footsteps. Now here's the noise get cut off. I think Savannah's been sold though, hook, line, and sinker. Sampi getting closer and closer to that 8-7 mark that I was talking about. With this round victory, Savannah probably going to save here. It's going to be extremely limited in the weaponry they can bring out. So, again, 8-7 half. If they can work off that favorable CT side, they should be feeling confident. That's for sure. But a nice closer. Sampi able to adjust. I thought that for sure, that aggression that came through from Levi was going to probably throw a wrench in that system and cause Sampi to struggle. And so many rounds like that, so many man advantages that they've given up so far this map. I think if you take into consideration, you know, a couple of those 3v5s, if they were able to convert off of those, Sampi would be in firm position. But with these lost clutches, with these lost 3vx situations where they've been in the advantage, they aren't in as good standing as they could have been. I'm sure that's in the back of their minds here as they look to recover this 7th round here and still make it a pretty comfortable half, all things considered. But it's no easy task at all. A tag delivered. Zuri's down low. Adjustments being made here. Playing a very slow style here from Sampi. A seemingly kind of rare occurrence that we haven't seen too much from them. We've seen some very fast-paced plays. In the early stages of this half, we've sure have seen a lot of B attacks here. And you can see that eSuba trying to position themselves accordingly. They have Gamble stacked here, playing a retake setup towards A. And trusting in the scout of Blogs, but he's just simply forced off after the utility thrown in. Nonetheless, Savannah able to find Queston. Might have an idea that that's the B lurk as well. You're going to see them start to move in towards A. And eSuba, they're prepped for this. They're ready for this defense to be offered up. Suris is taken down low as well. 25 seconds left. There's no mollies, no HEs, so the bomb plant should be a little bit easier with that being a factor, but I think they're going to dive through this smoke. You see the flashbang being set up. Darber is going for a world of pressure as that flash will come through. There's no time left. Bomb is out here. You can see that collapse is working out swimmingly for them. Low HP on to Zuri's, and he just has no chance. Too many targets. Only an op to deal with here, and he will find one, but then done. 9-6 half, and that was set up so well. Everyone was prepared for the retake there, and they never allowed for them to gather any sort of comfort. So eSuba finding themselves a 9th round. A 9-6 half isn't the end of the world for Sampi, though. It's still very workable. I think that both sides are going to be a little bit comfortable. The one caveat to that statement is that we did kind of see the likes of Sampi struggle in a couple of those 3vx situations where they were in, or rather 5v3 situations where they were in the big advantage. You know, they had themselves a good standing, but they gave it up on the T side. They were able to find entries, but the closers weren't always there. So if they can mentally move on from that, they might be better positioned overall. Try and close this one out. It's no easy task. Execution. Lying in towards the B bomb site. A bomb site, I should say. And there's a couple HEs. Might be thrown in towards site for the planter. It's a fake plant. Designed to draw out attention here. Spam through the smoke. Peachin, is he seriously going to do this? He's through it. Doesn't matter, though. The trades have already overwhelmingly favored Sampi. What on earth was that round? It was over before it ever got started. 2 kills from Darber system as well. That one was an insane collapse right there. And Peachin, of all people, the only one to find success. And a great pistol round start. That might be able to call the distance back. I mean, you could be looking at an even scoreline, and that's exactly what Sampi need. That's exactly the start that they had hoped for. No force buy-in response here. Very much an eco to try and get that 3rd round buy-in. Surprised to see that considering there was a bomb plant, and I think that Sampi are going to be surprised too with all the A1Ss that they invested. Ooh, only good for one right there. A lot of damage onto Peachin, but still. That A1S, you'd like to see more. Weston. Ever consistent towards B. A little bit labored on that spray, but nonetheless we'll find the conversion. Last two remaining players have no armor. And Queston looking to deal with them. Spotting the headshot, knows that Blogs, or rather Savannah, has boosted him up as well. USP is out. He's so hungry for this kill. And he will gather it. 3K for him. As he continues to be an impactful player for Sampi. Pinnacle odds. Starting to swing Sampi's way. As they head into that CT side, and they head in with a good start in their CT side as well. I think that's the crucial factor. Kicking things off the pistol, following up with a conversion. Here, more than anything, though, is where they get tested. An opportunity to tie up the scoreline. A nade stacked him towards mid. I quite like that. It could have been a good little gimmick to do some amazing damage, but in this case, nothing found. Savannah kicking things off with the opening pick right there. Taken down low, yes, but still happy to have the free opening frag. I'd like to continue to follow up off that, although System does step up into the feed. With a nice kill of his own, equalizing. And again, there's still that low HP bar of Savannah to worry about. Oh, and is he really going to check danger? Twist. Could do everything here. Twist might have spotted the barrel. It looks like he's aware. Sure is. Well done from Twist. Desi goes down. Where's the control right now for this T side? They're late to the party towards B. The forward positioning has come collapsing, and Twist ready to hold steady alongside Zuri's. And Sampi really well could tie up the scoreline right here, right now. There's good utility here. A lot of flashbangs that can be chucked over. Savannah holding a flash out right now, ready with it. There's a player towards the back of quad, and Molly hasn't been expended just yet. Distraction game coming through. Nice kill from Peachin, but so low on the HP department here. He's going to make things near impossible. Molly's going to come out, but it's a little too late to ask of anything. One headshot rather from Zuri's, but we'll finish. We'll capitalize and we'll close. We're back to 9s here, and it should be 10. Sampi up against what is going to be a half buy at the best. Here's another factor to think about. Desti, I think he ended that half at 19 kills, at least near it. So now heading into this map, it'd be a tall order for him to keep up that same pace. He was doing so well. It's not easy to keep up that sort of level here. Aggression coming through. Zuri's is there to meet it in the perfect position, and Sandbags here. Ready with an HE, doing more follow-up damage. The collapse coming through from the rest of the team as well. And cleanly closed. Only 2 going down. Sampi will take the lead here on the CT side, putting up a flawless defense so far, not losing a single round. Might have given up a couple bomb plants in the mix there, sure, but no worries at the end of the day if they keep up at this rate. They will be in good standing here. Smoke being thrown out here from Sampi. I think they got confused as to who was throwing that smoke. Doesn't matter, though. They're just going to take the brawl. Flashbang nicely set up from Darber as he just rolls down the ramp. How much further does he want to go? He gets tucked in towards his cubby. He's getting spammed down. Wow. Well, that's about par for the course for what a ramp is nowadays. But hey, Darber knew the risk. He was running. He knew that he could very well be a casualty sent out. And he sure was. There was no escaping the grasp of all of the bullets being sent through that smoke. But now it seems like Sampi are hungry to recover and trusting in system. But for the moment, he'll just jiggle in. We'll soon spot him. That comes with a concession. Pretty quickly do we see a scale up here. From the T side here. eSuba a lot to deal with here. Reaggression coming forward. System spots a couple out, but will fall off guard. And caught out with the nade. That's going to deliver so much success. And oh my god, Savannah with the recoil control for that second kill. Another one drops, and we could be back to 10s. Back to a tied scoreline with eSuba answering back flawlessly for their first T round. Pretty incredible stuff right there. Not an easy gather either, all things considered. But I think after that opening pick, through the smoke, they got a little hungry for some read control, and then when they got forced off the angles, it became very difficult. Extremely difficult to hold when you're up against a 4v5, rather when you are the 4v5. And you have to give up space. Once you allow for execution to come in, it does become a little bit too much to ask at the end of the day. Aggression coming through here. Fast B play from Dusty. Oh, spots the head, but oh, that's actually a favor for Queston, who will find the opening duel. Again, just being such an impactful player for Sampi. Pretty much on the T side, he had B on lock with opening kills, and now on the CT side, it seems like he is the opener for them. Oh, and look at this. A little team kill in the mix there. Puts things into a 4v2. At least Levi was able to find one in response, but at the price of one of his teammates as well. Zuri's his position revealed here. He needs a flashbang or something to get out of this position. The op coming through. Vlogs. Nice. No scope from him. Spots out a second, but misses that secondary shot. Won't miss again, though, as he doesn't miss twice, it seems. Now repositions coming on forward. Twist adjusting in towards the site defense. Logs is ready to take some battles here. But a Molly forcing him off. Won't scare him off, though. Won't give up the game at all. Levi, he needs to find two more. A big swing round here. At least get those numbers punched in. That would be a big accomplishment. But he's definitely going for that round win. He has 20 seconds to work off of Queston. Barrel's going to be shown. Back's turned. Nice crossfire setup. Nice angle from Queston, who's just been ever consistent. And it's a lead taken right back here, not allowing for eSuba to gather too much control. But 2 rounds prior, it was flawless, so at the end of the day, they'll still be in good standing. Molly being thrown in early on towards ramp. Queston again being tested. Yeah, I looked at the opening kills for him. Surprisingly, he is taken so far 14 of the opening exchanges here. He's won 4 of them. He's lost 9, surprisingly. I thought he was doing much better than that, but a lot of his deaths have been traded. In the meantime, though, Levi looking for an opening of his own. Spotted him out underneath, and that is a big collection. He's in their spawn right now. Queston holds steady with a kill on that defense towards B. And now needs to find a couple more here. Savannah diving through the smoke and will collect again. There's Levi that's gone down, though. In the meantime, System can't push forward. He can't delay any longer. Despite how hard he's tried, a smoke gets bounced off his teammate's back as Savannah looks to hold steady. That nade might do him in, though. Oh, it does. The perfect bounce off the wall. Lands right onto the noggin of Darber, and System drops. That's going to be an answered back round from eSuba. you go. If they keep trading rounds back and forth like this, though, eSuba, they should be in good standings. They've already done a good job to break that money here. Darber, the only one holding on to any economy, and you can see that that loss bonus is just nowhere to be found. So back to a tied scoreline here as we look to go the real distance. Sampi calling in timeout, which I believe is nearing their last. They've used so many of them. As the timeout expires, we'll get back into the action here once again. They are going for the force by over on Sampi again. No real surprise, keeping consistent with their game plan, with their approach that they've been going with all time throughout this series. Assembling a bit of a boost with the rifle, looking to get forward positioning whenever someone walks up that right side of the ramp. A boost on the other end of things. This is a map full of effective boosts. But in this case, nothing panning out just yet. Now soon, we'll see Darber tested. And he does need to pass this test, resoundingly so. Needs to find a couple big kills from this position. He's been trusted a lot. He's holding down a lot of information at the moment. I think he's been made aware. I don't know if there's any sort of gap in that yellow tarp. But the ideas are there. Smoke for the molly might allow for an attempt at that aggression. Astralis has been naded down so low. The op adjustment's good from blogs. Doesn't make this attack any easier, though. And it's wise for eSuba to fall off this position. Look at where Levi is. He's stuck in the back lanes. He has so much control here. We'll cut off those rotations. Here's that MP9 recovering that mid ground. He'll find this kill. He'll start to move in towards B. How long will he wait? Finally does strike now. And now comes a collapse in towards a pistol twist. Left to defend against it all. The world on his shoulders here for the likes of Sampi, and he goes down quickly. Peachin finds it. And again, Levi with his effective positioning will allow eSuba to close. I think that system can go and grab a rifle towards ramp, and this will be a save for Darber and system there. Levi doing everything right now. That's 2 rounds in a row now. He's been able to slip a massive gap towards mid. What an incredible round right there from Levi, finding out that gap, allowing for that call to be made here, because if that boost had any sort of capitalization, if he was able to find that success, that would have been everything. No rifle retrieved, though, for system. He'll hold on to his deagle and armor. Darber will still have his AK that remains in his hands here, but that force by punish will allow eSuba to maybe extend their lead to 2. And the odds extending their way for eSuba. Not too much of an expected resurgence from them, to be honest with you. I was wondering if they were going to be able to find their footing on this T side, because that 4 rounds strung together was looking incredibly strong for Sampi. Clearing out sandbags. This position consistently been a spot where they like to play here, but hearing that fall off, I believe. I wonder if that'll trigger any spam through the wall. They could assemble a boost here if they so choose, but instead they'll just regress. Flashbang rolls on out, and everyone turned away. The AK is able to recover that space. But with all that information spotted, I think they might make that fast movement once again towards this B bomb site, knowing that it's a bit lacking. They've spotted out the AK as well already. Now, you do see at the same time, Sampi starting to rotate in as accordingly. They're going to look to defend against it. But for now, I mean, it really is just USB to deal with it. Darber swinging for the fences. He'll go down so quickly. He knew he was the only line of defense there, realistically. And that should be the round close things out. Chasing, hunting, hungry is Blogs with the Tech 9, and he will find the last two remaining. Absolutely incredible. And eSuba move themselves closer and closer to that 16 mark. They can keep up this pace. We'll see. The rifles are out once again from Sampi. Not the force spy either. And all they need is to find some of that early success. Or that success again that they were finding early. You know, a lot of effective opening picks. It's been interesting in how they were holding ramp at the moment. More passive than most. Starting things off in sandbags, looking to collect some shots through the smoke. Here's the op presence of Blogs. Playing that gap here. Incredibly effective if they want to push up. Is that a smoke on top of the sandbags? Quite a bit of utility usage used already. Can they get this boost off in time? They can. Savannah, I think, is watching this. It sure is. Ready. Waiting. Spots the head. We'll take the spam. No kills. Lucky to walk away right there, to be honest with you. Still a player towards sandbags as they look to collapse it upon this ramp. Attacking in is Darber. Finds one. Finds a second. Good for two. Knowing that there's one sandbags, or do they? Not yet. But the head's shown. Blogs finds it and Twist drops. They'll wait a short amount of time here. Gets that left and right smoke down. No left smoke Joan in just yet. There it is. And that's when they finally do elect to cross. No collapse. No op shots through the smoke. No mollies to deter. Just a boost. And living on a prayer here at the moment with trying to spam through the smoke. Oh my god, no, revealing his position. Now dropping off and caught. And transition as well. Zori showing face. And eSuba could get 14 right here. The retake is still in the picture. There's a kit in play as well. They need a kill. They need a kill to come soon. No one's tapped the bomb yet. A swing and Peach and good for it. That's going to make Zuri fall off for sure. Not wanting anything to do with this. Can he escape is a question. More so prioritized on dropping the op of the opposition. But there you go. What a wonderful close. Elevator being covered. Zuri's will go down swinging. But eSuba will go up to 14. Getting closer and closer. Now, what can they do to hold on, hold steady? Op is going to be present towards ramp, but they've already been lurk smoked out. And plenty of times eSuba have taken decent control of this, making sure that they have that utility belt down. Nice side hall peek, though. Not to be expected here. Spotting it out, and oh my god. Zuri's is hungry to hold steady. Finding that opening kill in a big way. Fast movement in towards B, and it's a reaction here. And oh, another kill in quest to hold steady. He's been such a lockdown player towards B, but Blogs always has an answer. One more to deal with here. System in the back lanes, and Levi again with this effective lurk. It's found two, I imagine, from the back lines. System slipping this gap behind. Danger, but no luck. Savannah is the danger right there. And we'll finish the job. eSuba onto 15. That's series point for them after dropping out in Pinnacle Winter Series 2. 0-3 in the regional Swiss. So this will put them up to 0-1 off of making it into the main Swiss stage. What an incredible resurgence it would be for them as well. It'd be tough to believe it, given their prior record in this. But they can taste the finish line here. They haven't made it just yet, though. Early damage through the smoke, gonna put Peach in on notice. looking to hold off up against the Yacht presence here. Darber might be looking to regress, playing the dodge flash at the moment. Zuri's is just going to take the peek, take the fight, feeling a bit of confidence in himself for good reason. Nade chips him off though. Oh, a little gap in that sandbag's position. And no one starts to scale up on that close right wall. Again, they'll be tested. But they know better than that. They know better than to walk on that close wall. Up, dropped quickly. They can find the trade as well into Darber, and they do. System shows his position. And there's still low HP bar on Peach in workable positions here. As the execution rolls on off, it does put a lot of pressure onto System here. Inside of the smoke, inside of the flames. Caught in between. Holding off for side hall. Peach is so low, he hasn't peeked just yet though. Finally does. Quick headshot delivered, and System turns around for another. So while they can taste that finish line, they haven't found it just yet. They haven't crossed it. Bomb isn't even in their hands yet. I think they'll realize that this round is dusted. Whatever Savannah could do. Nothing much. Still, though, there's so much in reserve here for this T side. They've got plenty of money to reinvest. There's no issues in that department. Sampi 3 to close. In the decider, is there any sort of choke factor for eSuba? They came pretty close in that last round here. Molly off. Weston going to be forced in towards a more passive approach. You'd think that, but he continues to aggress here. Hunting hungry, but will drop off the 51st floor. And the execution follow the suit is so quick, so fast-paced. Twist going to be pressured inside the molly. Hold steady, but only good for one as he burns. Site compromised now on the B-bomb site. They know it. System going to come in. That molly will delay the bomb plant for just a couple seconds longer. As an HE to follow suit. Even Zuri's has a molly as well. But System will drop. Zuri's is going to be on the flank here, so they cannot delay any longer. Peachin is up close and personal with the bomb. That could be an X factor. And the flank is coming on off. But the flank is being watched as well. Darber gets his smoke down. Zuri's too many angles to clear. Will swing into his demise. And there you go. eSuba, they are able to bounce back. Incredibly so. As they're able to find themselves a double. Or rather, the closeout right there from eSuba. And just a complete reversal from their last showcasing in the Pinnacle Winter Series. I can't stress that enough, how incredible it was that they were able to pull that one back out of nowhere. I mean, all things considered, I thought they were going to be dead to rights. They had such a difficult time in the last Pinnacle Winter Series, you know, dropping out 0-3, only being able to take one map off of their opposition, and this time to turn things around, put themselves at 2-0. Now, they haven't made it across there just yet, but they've shown some real composure right there in the way they moved up 2-0, and you know, combined with some of the names that meet them in this position, they have to be feeling incredibly confident right now. That is for sure here. I mean, they're standing alongside the young ninjas, Astralis talent in the mix there as well. Alternate attacks, a lot of hefty opposition that they're going to be having to take on in the brackets. As we can see, taking a look at some of those, we do have some very good teams. You know, some of the talent, young teams coming through, and Astralis talent and young ninjas and alternate attacks in the mix there as well at eSuba. Just not exactly what you'd expect with all of the heavy hitters that are playing in this current regional Swiss stage. I mean, you see again a one shot standing at 1-1. Sampi looked to be really good on top of that. Into the breach, playing with Smuya. Unexpected that they're struggling just a little bit, and even, you know, some of the teams that are down in the O2s, and including Nexus. And incredible stuff. An incredible resurgence from eSuba, who have shown some real face, some real improvement in between these two matches, learning quite a bit. But guys, with all that being said, that was our final match of the day. We will be back here tomorrow at the same start time as today. Make sure you stay tuned here, and thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful night and the rest of your evening here. As I bid you all farewell, we will see you all tomorrow.